Right now, this is sort of a control right now, cause yeah, I didn't stream like I was playing. I wonder why the score is like that. The last like minute, I kicked off and he was running, and guess what literally happened? Does it beep? Did it beep? Did it beep? Just making sure my audio is okay. Alright, my audio is good. Alright, so if you didn't hear it, there's a gaming here, and you wonder why this thing is. And we're doing this thing, Madden. We're getting destroyed. This poor guy is getting destroyed. I get a couple. Yeah, you run the plays. Well, I get the pop-up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Second down following the incompletion.
Right here.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing on third down. Newton.
My popcorn! Intercepted!
Look at this.
Run, Forrest, run!
Third time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. This spot in the fourth quarter.
Let's go! Oh.
Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football.
That's a good run right there.
But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game.
We're so close.
Giving up points.
Let's go.
Around, so to speak, contest.
No!
It's intercepted.
No, either way!
Left side. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped.
What are you going to do?
And it cost them 6 points.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
I'll tell him. Dang it.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And Dixon over the middle. And he gets into the end zone.
No, it's 2 points.
They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point.
No way you can catch up.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now.
No way.
This one's in the air. Danny Amendola on the return.
Oh man, no quickly.
The 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now, and following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. That's caught. That's caught. That's caught. That got caught. Look at that play.
They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300.
Look, it bounced off and then caught
In
it.
today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Okay, I gotta hurry. I gotta hurry.
Clock winding down. Blunt, the lone running back. Here's Brady. Gronkowski.
Oh no!
And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady gives now to Blunt. And he's got room. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down.
Right now it's 11-39, so.
You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you get it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them.
I'm like Anthony right now.
But 8 yards on first down puts them back on the
Yoink!
heels.
Ah!
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something in the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
As they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
What?
Not too rah-rah on that one.
That block.
That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise.
Where's your goals and as your card? I mean, not.
One got it. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler, he's a hero.
Felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
And he still does in the Super Bowl.
Situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have. And all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting.
The hell was that?
Spot defensively, but a good start there. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that right right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying? That getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
No!
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching
So close picking it up, you know?
guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Another pistol look here. Second and 10. Newton again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Well, there was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for their offensive guys.
Third and long. It's Newton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
You got 12 more seconds. What are you going to do? Punt it?
In there to get him. His second sack now in the end.
7. 6.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this
Game over.
approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
Okay.
Can you bring more popcorn?
Where is it?
Look at the kitchen.
Let me know where is it. What's on?
Like, see? Yeah. You want to play again?
Yeah.
What team do you want to be? What team do you want to be? It should be Seattle. I heard they got new players.
Yeah, they do.
Wait, give me the bag. Look, come.
See the back? What do you want the back for?
Look, I want to show you this trick. See this white, this yellow stuff?
Yeah. Oh, it's
I rub it in. It's good. What team you want to be? What team you want to be?
Here's my control. I want to beat you now this time.
With what?
Hold on.
With other Rams?
Seahawks.
You know what this means?
What level do you put?
Rookie?
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's cool. Super Bowl Lil.
Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Seahawks going up against the Patriots. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and challenge Davis.
You know where in Houston?
Ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field partner and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides catch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
Well, it's good. Take yours.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway.
Ball.
At the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. All right, here comes Tom Brady and New England. And Brady, since his return in those two games, 782 yards, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions.
And that feels like 4 games worth of production from Tom Brady. All right, and what I'm enjoying watching from him now is how he's incorporating everyone into the passing game.
You don't want to lose the Super Bowl like 2 years ago.
Okay. Bennett, Edelman, anyone who finds themselves open is likely to get the football from Tom Brady.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll give the Patriots a first down.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
No, Gronkowski,
incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. And we roll now on the offensive starters, and everybody always loves to talk about Gronk.
And wouldn't a lot of teams love to redraft right now? This guy went in the second round, yet no matter what, you've got a game plan for him when you're opposing him.
Look here. Look at this coming. That's right.
Brady will try again on second down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
What do you mean?
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones.
Boston Butler, stay on the field.
First drive.
Don't get injured. You never know. You need that interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to take another shot here.
No!
And it's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
How are you doing it? How are you doing it?
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast, and I think if the running back didn't have time to notice
You got
anyone was there,
both
it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
I don't know. No, it's a run, isn't it? Is that?
On second down, Rawls. Go a heck of a move. Man. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Chris Long. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long touch spot here.
Put it mildly, sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position. Help out your team.
Hell!
Now it's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's brought down after a good game.
Are you sure you're
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
The goal
You really put in, bro?
to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense on their heels.
Coach is nervous.
They'll try to run with Rawls. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. And he's got
No!
it. Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for a score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Don't take it.
What's that? Field of attempted.
That.
Pass, run, no. Pass. What's the field?
You want to do a field goal?
Yeah.
Just press X.
Stephen Hauschko for the point after.
No!
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
That's the 7. I want to win the Super Bowl.
2.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they
Come on,
get
we
it up
gotta
past
do
the
this.
30.
We gotta do this.
Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, you're a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or maybe just throw that out the window.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
You know who was that? You know what I acted? You know what expression I had? Boy!
but you have to be careful about being
And a look at
Screw danger line.
Earl Thomas is the rangiest free safety in the game.
Here's my-
Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
I pick Ash. I pick Irish. I don't care. Whatever. No!
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. So nothing there on the screen.
I have no idea.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them buy and then setting up the screen and getting down.
Yay! Finally, Gronkowski. See, this is the player you have to look up to. This is the player who you need in your tight end.
Slap him. Doop, doop.
Being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger
Wait,
body
one more
that
wait.
can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
From
This
midfield,
song
here's
is
Brady.
about
Got a man and he hits
you.
it in stride.
Get juked.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage
I know, man.
to
Let's
start
go.
things out.
Ready, set, hot.
Again,
No.
it's Brady.
Oh.
Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle.
Oh.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Whoa.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
That sure pass. Oh my God, that was so dangerous right
Now the
there.
confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the play, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well. With a
Yeah, just see where you want.
reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there.
Whee!
That's what he did after the catch.
I knocked out number
Tight end,
50.
Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come in and put a hit on him, do
That's
they?
not perfect.
Red zone, it's Brady.
Gronkowski's wide open.
And that
But that was pass interference, but this guy likes to pretend it. Trash talker.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball
So
has
much
to get through to
traffic.
get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Brady will try again on second down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, an 11-yard touchdown. The Patriots are looking at an extra point, tying this one up. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, here's Wilson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Now it's Wilson.
Really?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass and want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Brady to throw on second down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Offense lining up first and 10.
Well, you can get some free club points. Do you want some free club points? Well, you can get some free club points.
Throwing on first down is Brady.
In the description.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Brady to throw again.
Which does this.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriots touchdown. Gronkowski, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gronkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Some puberty stuff.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And Graham's got it over the middle. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, partner, Jimmy is no longer down. Jimmy Graham is back and in a big way. How about this past week? Another excellent game, and I believe he's averaging over 100 yards per game in his last 3 outings.
He is indeed, and you're right. 6 catches, 89 yards in week 6. He's back.
To the channel. Now, as you guys know, it's actually giveaway day today, and if any of you guys are interested in getting 5,000 points absolutely free, I'm going to be giving away 3 top 5. Have to do to be automatically
8 yards to go here on second down.
Blue like button.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. The 30, past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin.
So, in your mind, I want you to think to yourself, how many people is Semtex going to kill? So what I did was I actually grouped up pretty much every single person on the map, in the very middle of the
Tauschke now for the extra point.
Chuck a grenade at the front guy's head and see how it goes. Now I know this probably would have been more effective if I actually chucked the Semtex.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Blast radius and blast radius we want further out in the group. Even when it had the guy's head, it killed everyone in the group anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So it is confirmed that the Semtex can kill pretty much every single person in the lobby if they are close enough together. And I thought that was so cool because when the Semtex blew up, everyone just died straight away, and it looked so freaking amazing.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Again, I did kind of the same thing as what I did.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. To the sideline and complete to Gronkowski. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
We pretty much guaranteed to kill all of them unless they obviously using
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Amendola catching it left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And complete on the right side to Bennett. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after
I thought it
this
was
one.
1st down already.
Right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage.
Would it be safe to say that
Wait, is that
precise
Blunt?
routes are supposed to be run in the NFL? Maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now Brady. This is complete to guess who? Gronkowski again. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Those complete to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
To throw, it's Brady. The new acquisition, Martellus Bennett, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
You can get some free quad points right now by clicking the link in the description titled Free Quad Points.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Brady to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. So we've reached intermission. Okay, well, so quick for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what you're getting.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
To throw is Brady. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And unable to connect.
He missed the ball.
Caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's the battering Ram Blunt. LeGarrette Blunt unable to use that big frame to his advantage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And you wonder, Charles,
Did my mom
could
left
that
up 5?
decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Dante Hightower in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was fake.
You were like this, or were you like,
When no one's faked out, what's the
just
end
like
result?
click it for 2 seconds, not for like 5. But that I just like
Inside 4 minutes.
dude, did you see the vlogger just walking? Are you ashamed of that?
On 2nd down, Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it.
Okay, incompletion is better than an
On
interception.
any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically.
No, like,
sometimes that leads to drops.
It would have been intercepted, but if he like hold on to it like for a long, and then he puts it out,
So
will be
incomplete
gone.
on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas
You
got
should
the
punch it.
memo,
I wouldn't
and
go
they
for it.
decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
And how about
No
this?
matter what,
4th and
we're in a
long.
tie,
They're
so
gonna go for it. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. he's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to goal. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Popped it out and then like
Close game.
look at that. Popped it out.
They've got them frustrated right now.
Then you like I think just like
Started touching on the Seahawks defense now. And an important stop in a tight game their last time.
Always important to stop them. We know that. But as you noted, in a tight game, so much more critical to get it done, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll be trying to do that once more here. We'll see who wins the battle. So after the INT, it's Brady. And almost intercepted.
That's how
Would
we
have been
get
a
the ball.
second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Just make sure our Gronkowski doesn't go like down or like catches it and like
But it's the AFC South. I came into the year thinking this was a division with a lot of intriguing storylines, and they had a great offseason. Just wanted to see how it would develop. Houston beats Indianapolis last Sunday night. But that game was reversed.
You gotta be kidding me.
Every team in that division has 3 losses. Amazing what's going on there. It will be tightly contested all the way through.
Earl Thomas, a defensive guy that can make things happen.
Arguably the best center fielder in the game today. He patrols the middle of the field with speed and with fury.
Making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And the interception the last
You have to
time,
have a
their
mouthpiece
third
for
takeaway of the
in the
game,
NFL.
Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so
But that's what they're
well.
doing in half.
And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower in there to drop.
Oh yeah,
it
they're
for
like the
a
ones that
second
like
sack
play
down
muscle
here
and those kind
tonight.
of stuff.
Man, he got in there so
Like-
quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On second down, here's Wilson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. And at his size,
Wait,
he's
it
a
used to be
smaller back.
third
He
and
can
one.
get him the
It was
football.
second and
He
what?
can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets
Wait,
lost in the
don't
traffic a
press
little
it.
bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big
don't
boys
want
are.
it
You know,
there.
make him make someone miss in the open field.
Look at the blitz.
From the gun on third down, Wilson.
Oh
Over the
my!
middle.
Wait, I haven't touched you.
A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now Wilson on first down.
The heck is?
Jermaine Kearse. And he's brought down. Give him 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown and react to it very quickly.
They'll come out in the pistol. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Oh, they go for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A really well-run corner route, and what a catch as well.
And a quarterback having confidence in his receiver. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And that catch there by Luke Wilson goes for a 1st down, and he's really developed and come on. Now, remember, Jimmy Graham was expected to be the key tight end for Russell Wilson. He was hurt most of 2015. Luke Wilson really jumped his game up.
What will you do if it's 4th down? Like, will you field goal or will you go for it?
I'm going for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Complete out right to Kurz. And he's brought down after a good game. It's a gain of 21 that time.
You know what's your 1st down and 1st and goal?
Have a 1st and goal. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able
cannot
to beat
blitz.
the man coverage for the completion.
You're gonna go for a Hail Mary? Look how close you are. Oh.
And now a 1st down following that long game.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh!
I didn't even know what I was doing.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And now the
No
offense
huddle?
will look to respond after the sack. And quickly, they get to the line.
You do not even know you play, do you? You spiked the ball.
Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Now you know the play? Because if not, you're doomed.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5.
You going for it?
Give him 7 on the play, and that will bring up an
Is it even
interesting
field goal?
decision here on 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean,
Sure?
I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
And
Oh!
this game remains tied here in the 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you not get too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Big play.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
You don't have to win the 40-yard dash. You still have good mobility. How about
If it takes us after time.
and picking up a 1st down?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Gronkowski unable to hang on. That'll bring up second down. They slot Gronkowski outright. Brady again here on second and 10. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing on first down is Brady. His throw incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll make it third down. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Throwing is Brady on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, now fourth down. A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. This for the lead in the final stages. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know, the field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Gostkowski now converted for three. Now he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. and that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
A little under 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is complete to guess who? Gronkowski again. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play. Brady to Gronkowski. 45 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here's Bull. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to throw. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
I know the numbers won't show it as often as other people, mainly because his team has been so good for so long. But Tom Brady, in a situation like this, down the stretch, is always going to be clutch, isn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, is there anybody else you would rather have leading the 2-minute drill for your team than Brady?
I don't think so. This guy has it all. So calm, so poised, and always believes he's going to lead his team to a victory.
Gronkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. What a spin. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. Baldwin with it over the middle. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He'll look to throw. The grab made by Curse over the middle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Third down and 4. One receiver left, 2 to the right. back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins. And it's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.